Recording in progress.
Okay, we have recording, we have live stream, candidates are back. We are live, so we are going to announce the result first on the pharmacy education. We're not live yet, please. Live stream is on, recording is on, candidates are here. We can announce the result for the pharmacy education election. You can see the results on the screen. I would like to congratulate Mrs. Maria Halime for being elected as the new IPSF chairperson of pharmacy education. Can we have the next result on the screen, please? For public health chairperson, you can see the results on the screen. I would like to congratulate Mrs. Audrey Wong for being elected as the new IPSF chairperson of public health.
Would you like to say something?
Yeah, sure. Hi, everyone. It's Audrey again. Thank you so much for the opportunity. And I'm super honored to be our next chairperson of public health. And I will do my best to get all the opportunities for all the members. Thank you so much. I hope you guys are having a great day in Egypt.
Thank you, Audrey. Where's Maria? Maria, does she want to say something?
Okay, thank you so much for your support and trust, and I promise to do my best to uplift and let pharmacy education shine, inshallah. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Can we move to the next selection or next motion? We have a point of order by Pfeffermex Mexico. Procedural? Oh, a point of order. Yeah, point of order. Can I scrutiny? Could you please raise your point again? A mic, please.
Sorry. Harim,
Internet Mexico. Yesterday, we have a national issue right now. I'm the president of the association, so I need to resolve that. So I asked for the president of the GA for give my vote to another association and not lose the voting right.
Could you please specify the association you want to delegate your vote?
Yes, Turkey, please.
Okay, can a scrutineer remove the voting card and give the vote to TPA-YC? TPA, you have the vote? Thank you. Procedural by accept.
Valentine Hello. Yeah. Valentine Asep Switzerland, we would like to propose a procedural motion to suspend the standing orders and move to the lunch break. Thanks.
The floor is open to seconder. Jose Algeria, seconder. The floor is open on this discussion. Point of order by IPSF Exco.
Okay, Kishan IPSF Exco, thank you for your procedural, but I just want to remind the General Assembly that we only have two more motions for elections, which is one for the chairperson of Student Exchange, and the next one will be the chairperson, the regional chairpersons, which are also going to combine into one closed discussion. And I did mention in the Slack group that we want to extend the session up until 2 o'clock. You'll still have your opportunity to have lunch after 2. I would really urge that you consider proceeding with the two elections before we break for lunch. Thank you.
The floor is open on the procedural motion raised by ASEP Switzerland, seconded by ASEPA to suspend the standing orders. And we have a point of information by IPSF Exco. Dropped. We have a clarification by KNPSB.
Franka KPC Netherlands, you mentioned lunch break, but this is the last session of today, right? So it's just the end. Thank you.
Point of information by IPSF Exco.
Yes. So when we end at when we end with today's agenda with the elections of both, when we finish with the elections, that will be the last GA session for today. So the rest of the evening, you guys are free. Thank you.
Any new comment? Seeing none, let's move to the voting procedure on the procedural motion raised by ASEP and seconded by ASEPA to suspend the standing orders. Those who are for this motion. Thank you. Those against the motion? Thank you. The motion is not carried. The standing orders are on. We can continue. Technical by AFOP. Can I have a mic? Scrutineers, a mic, please. A mic to AFOP.
Annika of Austria, we are not sure what time we should do, but for ASAP, if you're really, really hungry, we can offer you some Apfelstrudel.
Points of order by IPSF Exco.
Okay, guys. Yes, and I think you also want it to be given to you. Yes, it will be passed around, but please can we get on with the elections? We don't want to waste time. Thank you.
Asepa?
Soy Pratas for Algeria. Is it possible to get a 5-minute break? Just a 5-minute break, if possible.
But it is student exchange. Point of information by IPSF Exco.
Just veteran executive, just to address a new comment by SEP Algeria, the floor already decided by procedure motion that we will not be suspending the standing orders. We will proceed with the agenda and the motion on screen. Can we please have order in the room so that we can proceed? Thank you.
We're going to see this next election, and it's the chairperson of Student Exchange. We received 2 nominations by Mrs. Dorian and Mrs. Jongma. We are going to start to perform the motivation video of Mrs. Dorian. Can I have the video, please?
Hello everyone, hope you're all doing great. I'm Dorian Jogatai, and today I want to let you know why I became nominated for the position chairperson of the Student Exchange Program. I started my journey in IPSF in 2019 by becoming executive member of the SEP program in Iran. And then I understood that how lovely it is to be in contact with people from all around the world. So I became the SEO of IPSF Iran from 2020 till 2022. And after that, I became a SEC member, Student Exchange Committee, from 2021. And that was a great opportunity for me because I was in closer contact with different SEOs and I made contents for the SEO meetings, so I get familiar with the SEO's expectations and their needs. Also, if I want to tell myself, I'm a person who loves to learn languages, and Persian is my main language. Also, I know English, French, Turkish, and I'm planning to learn German too. All in consideration, I think that because I was in contact with different SEOs and also I've been SEO for 2 mandates, I know what a SEP program really needs, and I believe that I will try and I will do my best in this mandate if I can be chosen. Thank you all for listening to me.
Thank you for the motivation video. Next, we have the presentation of Jongma. You can start, you have 3 minutes.
Hello everyone, my name is Yumna Atif, running for the Chairperson of Student Exchange for the year 22-23. So concerning my experience in SEP, I've been involved in SEP since 2016 until now. I've been local, national and international SEP experience. I was the best SEO IPSF in the year 2019-2020, and I've been member of Student Exchange Committee last year, and this year also delivered many trainings and SEOs meeting and involved in many teams in SEC. So since COVID-19, since 2 years, we've been facing low placements in SEP in different countries, and as well lower participation of SEP countries in the promotion and SEP contest, and as you might know, that database issues. So that's why I'd like to address some points in my presentation. So first of all, we need to focus on people and tools. For the SEOs, I plan to assessment at the beginning of the year for the SEOs in order to satisfy customized needs for each country, because in SEP there are different regions and different needs. For example, if there are countries that need training in how to find placements after COVID-19, there are some countries that have like needs assessment in the trainings and so on, and many countries need other needs and support. So that's why I like to plan the year with need assessment with the SEOs in order to address each and like every needs specifically for each country. That's the first part. The second part is concerning the participation of SEOs in the SEP contest, which is highly needed in nowadays, because like COVID has been returning, and some countries closed their borders and some countries still open it. So we need to make promotion specifically. And for example, if the countries needs support in their promotion due to the workload, we may make interregional contests so that SEOs help each other promoting their countries and their regions. And the last part, which is the database, I plan to make a coordinator for the database in coordination with the MMP and the chairperson of the Student Exchange and the IPSF Exco, and as well to assess the possibility of like linking a sheet from the database so that if the database runs out, we have an additional sheet that we can proceed with it in order not to lose the data. And when the database comes back, we can proceed like from what we have reached. So that's what I wanted to highlight. Thank you so much for listening. I'm sure that you have read all the nomination. I'm waiting for a question. Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation. Now the floor is open for discussion. You can register yourself in the system. We have the first by APF Portugal.
Joana, APF Portugal, thank you both for your applications. We wanted to ask, do you have any backup plans for the situation with the database to implement in like December or November, just in case it fails again and we can't do our job as SEOs? Thank you.
Thank you for the question. We are going to start with Dorian.
Hello everyone, nice to be here with you and thank you for your question. Actually, yes, my plan is to have a sheet, and in that we will have the whole quota of each member organization and the placements left, and the name of the students who want to participate in the student exchange would be over there. Any of the SEOs have the just action to comment the names over there, and not only directly email the names and the AFs to the chairperson of student exchange, but putting their names on the sheet and just make it possible to just run it faster and smoother. And I think this will help us to have a better connection in both sides, both students and the SEOs, and the whole world will be much better. Thank you. Hope it will be.
Thank you for your answer. Yumna?
Thank you so much for your question. As mentioned in my presentation, we can make a sheet derived from the database. So the database is working, no need to update the sheet. And if the database is stopped, we can update it with the help of the coordinator, because this year Jilan has suffered from the exchanges that she was doing manually because it's very, very hectic. So allocating someone to manage all this stuff would be much more efficient for the time for the SEOs and for the students and for the chairperson and the committee. And yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you for the answer. We have a new point by APF Portugal.
Denise, APF Portugal, we would like to thank you for your applications, and we would like to ask, how do you plan on motivating SEOs to participate in SEP contests and campaigns, given that the participation the last mandate was low? Thank you.
Thank you for the question. Yumna?
Thank you so much for questions. So in the ICO's meetings, we can highlight the importance of the promotion. That's first. Secondly, as I mentioned in my plan, maybe we can make inter-regional contests, that because when I asked some SEOs, they couldn't participate because of the workload on other stuff like exchanges. So maybe if they helped each other to promote their countries, that would be much more efficient. And as well as I told, maybe as mentioned in the criteria, if there is another ways to reward the SIP countries, if they don't need application forms or they don't need promotion, maybe we can offer awards if this is much more encouraging. And of course, anything that is concerned with the contest, because it's related to the official documents and the strategic plan, it should be discussed with the SEOs at the beginning. Thank you.
Thank you for your answer. Dorian?
So thank you for your question. At first, I think that motivating SEOs need actually rewards. All of us are looking forward being the best and try our best to be the best. So if we give rewards to the SEOs who are really working hard, I think this is a motivation. Also, I think having face-to-face sessions and meetings with SEOs will motivate them. And overall, I think we can just help SEOs to be a part of other projects too, because if they feel the importance of their work, they will be motivated and work more. I think all of this in consideration, we can make the role of SEOs more bold and have them together. And I think the most keyword of the STEP program actually is collaboration. We have to collaborate together, either interregionally or intra-regionally. And this will make all of us more motivated and help to grow the STEP overall the world. Thank you for your question.
Thank you for the answer. We have a direct by APF Portugal.
Denise, APF Portugal, we would like to follow up on what you mentioned. Face-to-face meetings, were those meetings meant to be with SEOs? And if so, how would that happen in order to be face-to-face? Thank you.
So I meant that, shall I start? Okay. So by face-to-face meetings, I mean that we can have an SEO face-to-face meeting too, as I know that Jilan just planned for that too, but due to COVID-19 situation and this kinds of thing, it didn't happen. Also, in my opinion, chairperson of the Student Exchange has to be present in the regional assemblies too. So SEOs have more opportunities to have communication with the Student Exchange chairperson and in all the regions and everywhere. That was the point that I want to mention.
Thank you for the answer. Yumna, please. Go. Yeah. Point of order by IPSF Exco.
Hi everyone. I would like to remind the General Assembly that you cannot ask questions directed to an individual candidate or any direct comment to an individual candidate when there are more than one candidate for this for the nomination. Thank you.
The PIYC.
Mustafa TPAYC, would a clarification be suitable in this context that just happened? Thank you.
Point of order by IPSF Exco.
IPSF Exco. So you can only clarify to an individual nominee if you did not understand what they said or you need them to repeat what they said. You cannot ask a direct question or have a discussion with them with an individual nominee. Thank you.
Thank you for the clarification. Next we have on the list LPSA Lebanon.
Maria Onsi, LPSA Lebanon. So thank you first, both of you, for your presentation. LPSA would like to know that obviously this position is considered heavy. So why, in your opinion, you see yourself that you fit best in this position with all the possible challenges you may encounter? Thank you.
Thank you for the question. Dorian?
Thank you for the question. Actually, as I mentioned in my nominee form and in my motivation video, I've been SEO for 2 mandates and I've been SEC. So I know the issues that we will face. And actually, as I think that LPSA Lebanon also mentioned in the yesterday's session, we know what we needs. For example, different regions have difficulties for transferring their SEP fees and other fees, or even the visa difficulties and all these things that we all face. So I know we have, me and Yumna, both of us, and actually we know the knowledge and have the information about it. Also, I think presenting in SEO training sessions and know how to present the SEP to everyone for growing the SEP program will be beneficial for us and for me. So I think that due to all of this and loving being and communicate with different peoples from all over the world and different nationalities is the point that I think that I will suit this position. Thank you.
Thank you for the answer. Yumna?
Thank you so much, IPSF Lebanon. So, first of all, I'd like to address that the position needs, first of all, experience, and second of all, qualification. So, concerning my experience, I've mentioned and my speech that I've been involved in local, national, and international experience. I've been in SEP, like SEC team for 2 years. I've dealt with different countries and different responsibilities. So, I'm really aware of different teams working. And as well, concerning my like skills, I was the best SEO of the year 2019, 2020. So that like emphasize how like my innovation and my leadership skills over 38 local associations in Egypt, and as well the organization like skills that I have. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your answer. Next, we have on the list ASEP Algeria.
So I've got as well, Algeria. First of all, thank you both for your nomination forms and your motivation. I would like to know what are your plans for the SEP portfolio, internally speaking, with your members and coordinators.
Thank you for the question, Yumna.
Thank you so much for your questions. So in my nomination, I have mentioned that in cooperation with the training department, we may deliver trainings for the SEC at the beginning of the year, and a mentorship because they are going to mentor the SEOs and support them and their like needs. That's first of all. Secondly, like subcommittee has specific rules specified in the IPSF official documents and a specific standard like job description. So it will be the same, but I would like to add the like database coordinator in order to organize the work within us. And of course, maybe we can make a monthly meetings in order to make all of the like SEC members aware of the like the workload, so that I can like qualify successors for the next year. Thank you.
Thank you for the answer. Next, Dorian.
So thank you for your question. Actually, the thing that I mentioned before, the most important thing is motivating all the members working with us. SEOs and SECs have to be just motivated and know that it is important to work together. And I think training sessions that we have for SEOs have to be more and also more attractive. In my opinion, because I know that many member organizations and SEOs have problems due to working with database, I think that having case reports like this, for example, just giving a case that it is an incoming student and outgoing student to the SEOs will help them. And also, I think the most thing that we are all just concentrated on it is the promotion. And I think we can have the promotion through a YouTube channel, especially for SEP, and also just conducting podcasts and everything like this, like in a SEP spotlight. But as I understood, people are more likely to see things visually than reading them as a poster. So these are the things that came to my mind as making the step.
Time, sorry. Thank you. Next, we have on the list TPAYC.
Hello, it's Daphne, TPAYC. First of all, we would like to thank you for your contributions. So the question is, do you have any strategic plan to balance the number of incoming students across the countries, which could lead to lessening the burden of the higher preferred countries while giving more opportunities to lower preferred countries? Thanks.
Thank you for the question, Dorian.
So in this position, we need that to, I think, enhance the whole information about the step. And as I mentioned before, the collaboration between SEOs is so important. We can help each other, but by just transforming the experience of each of us, no matter how many incomings or outgoing students we had. And I think that one of the things that we have to consider is to just think about it logically, that if there is a country that needs, for example, financial helps, we can find it by different ways. For example, different sessions that we can help them, and make all the member organizations just prepared for this student exchange. And I think the most important is the experience that we're going to transfer together.
Thank you for the answer. Next, Yumna.
Thank you so much for your question. Yes, we have 63 countries that they like offer placements for like from 1 to 20 application forms. So we need to increase these application forms in these 63 countries, which is a large number. So my plan is to, first of all, focus on promotion, especially in the regional assemblies and symposia, and as well the interregional SAP promotion, as I mentioned before. As well, the virtual SAP, this year we offered like extra application forms for the countries that will participate in the virtual SAP, and as well like focus on promotion of AFRP, like on the IPSF official documents, prioritize the countries that is having low number of application forms. So yeah, encouraging the SEOs to participate in AFRP, and yeah, that's all. And the collaborations with other portfolios as mentioned in my nomination. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the answer. Next we have on the list IPSF Egypt.
Dua, on behalf of EFSA Iran, I have a question. What is your plan for increasing the number of association participation in a virtual SAP?
Thank you for the question.
The question is how it is the plan to increase the number of participation of the SEOs in the virtual SAP?
Thank you for the question, Yuma.
Thank you so much for your question. So first of all, we have a sub digest, which is like sent to SEOs each month. So maybe we can like encourage SEOs to share their experience in the sub digest, and as well as I have just said that we offer extra application forms for the countries that participate in virtual SAP. So the point is how to increase the promotion of virtual SAP and encouraging SEOs to participate. And this is the role of the SAC team to encourage their like countries and their groups. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the answer. Next, Dorian.
So thank you for your question. Actually, the thing that I wanted to mention is that, again, promotion is really important. And as we know, virtual steps are mostly free and they don't need any fees. So that is the point that we can emphasize on it for the promotion. And we can have the rewards as we have like now extra AFs for the best association who hold the virtual step. And I think that the most important thing here is also to have the virtual step between the countries and member organizations. For example, 3 countries or more than that work together and organize a virtual step and promote all of their member organizations. And one of the things that was in my mind was to make it like a real student exchange experience by putting both scientific and cultural and fun sessions together to make it more attractive and attractive both students being in IPSF and other students. Thank you.
Thank you for the answer, Yumna. Okay, APF Portugal.
Joanna, APF Portugal, thank you for your application. We want to ask, what's your plan on dealing with unresponsive SEOs and SEOs who don't comply with the deadlines? Thank you.
Thank you for the question. Dorian?
So the first thing, as I mentioned, is I think the AFs are important and number of quotas are important for the SEOs of each member organization. So we can have some rules like if the SEO is not responsive for more than how many days, we can just get down the quota of each member organization. And also for making the works more smoother and better, I think that we can have that sheet, for example, to have the quotas of each member organization and the placements left. So that can be demonstrated to all SEOs and there won't be any need to email directly to any SEOs again, because that's just time-consuming process. And I think that by showing them the importance of being an SEO and knowing all the rules, SEOs love to be more motivated and active, but we will have our rules for them to make them more active too, like rewards, and also the other thing that we just less their quotas and this stuff by communicating with other IPSF executives. Thank you.
Thank you for the answer. Yumna?
Thank you so much for your question. So the unresponsive SEOs is mentioned in the IPSF official documents in page 72. So for example, if the SEOs fails to respond to he's sick, so for the SEO, for the other SEOs for 2 weeks, then failed to respond for the, he's sick for 1 week, then fails to respond for 1 week for the chairperson of Student Exchange, then disciplinary actions will be taken, like inactivation and so on. So like it's mentioned in the IPSF official documents, and how we can, this is the first part. The second part, that how we can motivate SEOs and know their problems, because some SEOs are inactive due to like issues, for example, health issues and some stuff like that. So maybe first of all, the updates, the monthly updates that we should discuss at the first like meeting, and secondly, the mentorship program that I have discussed from the beginning, that SEC has to know how to deal with SEOs and to get to know why they are unresponsive from the beginning, so that we can like avoid going to the IPSF official documents and disciplinary actions. Thank you.
Thank you for your answer. We have a procedural motion by ASEP Switzerland.
Valentine, as of Switzerland, you would like to propose a procedural motion to close the floor for discussion. Thank you.
We have a seconder by AFOP Austria. Those who are against this motion? Carry unanimously. We had an against? Okay, again, those who are against? Those who are for? Motion passes. Thank you so much for the candidates. We are going to move to close discussion. Laptops turn off, please. Can I have